course, therapists have their place. However, I believe that much of what an external therapist can do for you, you can do for yourself. In fact, I believe you can do it even better. Watch this video to learn what it means to be your own therapist, how to be your own therapist, and also when you should be your own therapist and when you should seek help from a professional. Let's dive in. Hello and welcome to the Inner Fire channel. My name is Adam Riley, and full disclosure, I am not a therapist. In fact, I've never even been to a therapist. That said, I have figured out how to be a therapist to myself and have a profound effect at reducing my anxiety, which is what I want to share with you in this video. Firstly, I'll tell you what I don't mean, because of course I'm not saying that you can do everything a therapist can do. You don't have the same education and knowledge as a trained therapist. You can't diagnose and you can't prescribe medicine. Trained professionals definitely have their place, and my message here in no way takes away from that. That said, there are some basic and universal techniques that therapists use that you can adopt to help you with your anxiety right away. If you imagine the classic scene of someone laying down while the therapist asks questions and listens, what is happening there and why does it help? The truth is, what the therapist is doing here is very simple. They're 1, providing a safe place for the person to express themselves. 2, they're asking questions and listening. And 3, they're being understanding, comforting, not judgmental with whatever the person is saying. Just those steps are healing for the client. Why? Because they 1, feel safe and are able to express things they normally wouldn't. 2, they feel heard, understood, and accepted, which are basic human needs. 3, they process their emotions instead of blocking them off or avoiding them. And 4, they get insights and learn about themselves. This process that the therapist does of just being there for the client, listening deeply, and not judging them is incredibly healing. And the good news is you can easily do these same things for yourself anytime, anywhere, and it will immediately have a healing effect on your anxiety. This is a major difference between seeing a therapist and being your own therapist. The fact that you can be there for you 100% of the time, and it's free. Another difference is that you are inside your own head and have much deeper access to your own thoughts and emotions than any external therapist ever will. You can see, hear, and feel what's going on inside of you on a level that no one else will ever be able to. And you can do it as soon as the thought or emotion appears, which means when you are your own therapist, your treatment is instantaneous and you can stop the anxiety before it gets out of control. These are just some of the benefits of being your own therapist. And in a minute, I want to talk about when it's safe to be your own therapist and when you should seek external help. But firstly, I want to briefly mention, if you haven't already noticed yet, these same therapist qualities that you can adopt to help you with your anxiety are exactly the same as the 3 steps of the Anxiety Relief Protocol. The Anxiety Relief Protocol is a simple process I've put together for reducing anxiety anytime, anywhere. And if you really want to give this a try and implement it in your life right away, then I have a free training where I go in depth into each of the 3 steps of the Anxiety Relief Protocol. Plus, I set you up with a 5-day challenge where you can implement this in your life right away for just 10 to 20 minutes a day, and you'll already see amazing results. You can get access to that right now for free in the description of this video. And that ties in perfectly with my last point, because there are 2 factors that will affect whether you can be your own therapist, whether you need to seek external help. Number 1 is, do you have the basic skills and ability to be your own therapist? Do you know what to do when anxiety comes up? Which is exactly what the Anxiety Relief Protocol teaches you. And number 2 is the level of your anxiety well within your ability to work with yourself? This is important because if your anxiety is so strong that you lose control and you're not able to do the steps of the Anxiety Relief Protocol, then in my opinion, it's better to get external help. So it's a pretty easy distinction to make. Even if you have strong anxiety, if you're able to use the Anxiety Relief Protocol and get your anxiety under control, then it's okay for you to do it on your own. And getting a professional would be an extra that you can choose to do or not. However, if you're not able to get your anxiety under control on your own, even with the Anxiety Relief Protocol, then I do recommend getting help from a professional. That said, even if you are seeing a therapist, I would still recommend using the anxiety relief protocol in between because it can only help. You can always check with your therapist if that's okay. So if you haven't already, make sure to jump in and do the free training for the anxiety relief protocol, link in the description. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you got value out of this video. If you did, make sure to share it with a friend, give it a like, and if you want to get free from anxiety, subscribe to my channel, hit the notifications bell, and let's get free together.